Hello and welcome to the She is Courageous podcast, your weekly reminder that courage comes before confidence and mindset is where it starts. I'm Shelley Bosworth, business mindset coach, helping women to stop holding themselves back and start showing up boldly in business, work, and of course life. This podcast is your nudge to ditch the self-doubt, quieten the overthinking, and take action that builds real confidence. Because she is courageous and she is you. Hello and welcome back to the She is Courageous podcast. So, it's the 30th of May and today is my 50th birthday, which is a whole other conversation in itself. But about 3 months ago, it started because I listened to the Fern Cotton podcast and she had her mates on and I thought, that's a brilliant idea. Why don't we do that? And then I asked my mates one was really up for it. We'll get to that in a second. The other one very kindly said yes, but I'm not sure how she's feeling right now about being here. And I woke up this morning feeling a bit physically sick at the idea of doing this. So when we talk about She is Courageous, right now I think I'm the courageous one because Lord only knows what's going to come out in the next 30 to 40 minutes. But we have had a group. Oh, no, I've asked you what's off limits, but I haven't told you what's off limits from me.
No, you haven't.
Let's just go with it. Let's see what comes up. So, firstly, thank you to both of you for being here. I'm literally shaking right now. That's how nervous I feel. But I'm also really excited because I've had lots of guests on the podcast, but I would say these are my favourite people in the entire world. After Mr. B, who's downstairs if he's listening. You have no idea what I've thought about for this podcast, and you very kindly just let me run with it. Let's give some context. Over the last year and a half since I've been doing the podcast, I've often talked about friendships. I talk a lot about women finding their tribe, the power of having the right people around you. So I thought today would be really good to have a conversation about friendships, how we all became friends, how we're still friends, and I've got a couple other little questions I'll throw in as well. All right?
Yeah.
But let's take it right back. So Helen and I met in secondary school. I do hope as well I don't get emotional when we do this at any point because, yeah, this is you two. I'm going to ask you, though, do you remember how we met? Like, do you remember the moment, not of us becoming friends, because it wasn't really a moment, but of us kind of properly connecting?
Yeah, you came and asked me how we got on the bus before you.
I was so impressed. You know, our age, it'd be fair to say you can remember that. Yes. So
No, I remember.
we were 11 years of age. We went to the same secondary school and we had to get a bus to and from school. And I was friends with this girl called Claire, except I wasn't really friends with her. I hope Claire doesn't listen to the podcast. We were kind of thrown together because we had to get the bus together. And we saw you, and you were always on the bus when we got on the bus.
Yeah.
You already had a seat.
Yeah, because I had an older sister.
You had an
knew
older sister at the school.
to do.
So Claire and I, this is a true story, right? Because most people that know me now think I'm super confident. Claire and I spent about 15 minutes going, you go and ask her, you go and ask her, you go and ask her. And I think we were in physics or biology or something. I think
It was
a lab
sun science, yeah.
Yeah. And so that's how we met 39 years ago then. 38 and a half, you just said.
Yeah.
And then, how many years later did this one come into our world? Now you can remember.
I know.
Okay,
Yeah,
so when
yeah.
did you come into our world?
2005.
Okay, so Gemma,
Yeah.
how did you appear in our world?
In glory and splendour. Hanging from a tree. Literally. So, basically, it was Helen's 30th.
Gosh, yeah.
You guys were all going to go out. I obviously didn't know any of you, but we had a mutual friend who was going, and I think someone had dropped out. So you were like, do you know anyone who wants to come? So this mutual friend said, oh, well, I'll ask Gemma. Gemma being Gemma was like, yeah, I'll come. Don't know anyone. That's fine. And then the mutual friend couldn't go. Her brother got arrested.
Yeah.
Her brother got arrested.
I'd forgotten that.
Her brother got arrested the night before. So she texted me and was like, I can't go. Here's Helen's number. Like, if you, like, you're still going. And I was like, yeah. So I literally didn't know anyone and just joined you all at Go
Very
Out.
brave.
And the rest is history, as they say. So, yeah, we just had brilliant day. Just got to chat. And then you were all going out for dinner and drinking in the evening. So I was like, I'll come. Came and joined you, Chicago days. And so that was our first meeting. And because our mutual friend didn't go. That's how I ended up with your phone number in my phone.
Hold
Which
that
is
story. Don't go there
crucial.
yet.
Yeah,
'cause I
okay.
don't even know if I want that. My dad listens to the podcast, so can we just be really clear about some things that can't be said on this podcast? But true story, dad listens to the podcast.
What is she worried about? I know, that's what I'm thinking.
I can remember that first proper night out, and well, let's not go there. So when we met at 30, you and I had already been friends for 19 years at that point.
Yes.
What I was trying to think about, what were we all like at the point we became? So we're not going to go through the 19 years before that. That'd be really boring for Jim. All right. I think that's a whole other podcast in itself. I thought I'd ease you in with this one, and then we'll do one where we'll take it right back to
Can
what
I
we
just
like.
point out, it's always the two of them and me left out.
As if we'll come to that.
She's the newcomer. Still.
It's never been. I was about to talk about threesomes then, but let's not go there at all. So, what I was wondering about was if you remember back to when we first all became friends, what would you describe us like back then? Let's ask Helen first. Can you remember that when we first became friends? What were we like individually, as a threesome?
I think we're pretty much like we are now.
Do you think?
Yeah, I don't think we've changed.
Oh, I like that. I'm not sure if I agree.
Personality-wise,
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
obviously a lot has changed in our lives, but personality-wise, I think we're still pretty...
Yeah. I agree with that. Don't look so... Helen, you're looking so worried right now.
What is she going to come out
There's
with?
no catching out. No, I agree with that. But actually, our lives were so different back then, right?
Yep.
So
We were going through we were all in quite transitional periods as well, I think, of our lives when we all got together.
So what do you remember? Because obviously you came along into, and I mean, Helen and I, 19 years, we'd been through ups, downs, lefts, rights, all over the place.
Yeah.
What do you remember when you came into this?
Fun. We were all single.
We were, yeah.
So we were all like responsibility free, enjoying life, going out, dancing the nights away. So it was just a real freedom, wasn't it? And we were all looking for the next thing, like the next chapter of our life, I think. We were enjoying where we were, but also what come next,
We were all living in Chelmsford, right?
All living in Chelmsford.
Single girls all living
all
in
had our own places.
Yeah.
Yep. So we all lived independently.
So the personality piece, let's just go into there straight away, because we are three very different characters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So how would you describe the dynamic of the three of us? You can both chat away.
How would I describe the dynamic of the three of us? I'm the quiet one. I just sit and listen until you've had a few wines.
Yeah.
I think it depends on the scenario. I would say
You don't stop talking.
I don't sit talking, definitely. I don't let anyone else speak. I would say we have all evolved our personalities, though. Like, I do think there has been some shifts, because I would say Shelley used to take herself far more seriously and has learnt to be more playful, I would say. You've always, been quieter, like I say, until you've had a few wines. And actually, when someone pushes you too far, then you will stand up for yourself. I still have a vision on Chelmsford High Street of you throwing yes, like you got pushed too far,
right? Like there is a line,
but it's very far back.
Oh, absolutely.
It's really far back. You can push it.
We're already way down the road. Like, come on, Helen, come with us. And you're like, no, we're still good. We're still good. No, we're gone.
I would say I'm probably would consider myself have been the more silly and playful one.
It's so interesting because, and I will just reference back to like our younger years, and I say this to a lot of people. Helen is, I would say, the quieter of the three of us now.
Yeah.
When I first met Helen, and in the first 10 years of our relationship, it was Helen and Shelley. And I was basically following Helen. Like, she was the character, she was the confident one. I wouldn't have said you were gobbyish. Did you just say I was gobby shy? No, you weren't.
Well, I didn't say shy.
No, I just said bite through that beard. But it's so interesting, isn't it? And I don't think that reversed. I think I grew in a different level of confidence, because I obviously went off out to work, not to university. You went to university, you travelled, you went to university. I didn't do those things. By the time we met you, we were all in our careers, doing our various things. But yeah, I think I'd grown into my character by that point. And I don't think that necessarily made you quieter. I think it just almost made us more equal.
More balanced.
We didn't stand a chance when this one came in. We were always going to be the quieter of the three. So yeah, I just think it's really like, I think there's a really interesting piece, and I do want to go back into it, and that is this personality bit. So let me word the question differently. What roles do you think we play in this relationship? Oh, now Gemma, I'm just going to say, this is not where I want you to put your coaching hat on.
No.
Okay?
Yeah.
But like, because you said it depends on the situations.
Yeah.
So if you were describing the three of us to someone else, how would you describe the three roles in the relationship?
Oh, I don't know.
I feel like I'm dying to say something.
No, I'm not. I'm
waiting
trying to think. Because I think our roles are very different in different situations.
Give some examples.
Let Gemma go first. This is why I talk the most.
I'll think about it.
I would say we all support each other in different ways at different times. Like, I know I can turn to both of you for anything. And so if I wanted brutal honesty, no holds barred, I'd go to Shelley.
Bearing a body, I'd go to Shelley.
What was that?
Bearing a body.
Burying a body, you'd go to Shelley.
Right. Yeah.
She'd be too loud, wouldn't she?
I thought it was because of my obsession with like Silent Witness.
Yeah,
you know, all the problems.
exactly what to
I
do.
can tell you many ways to bury a body and probably get away with it.
Stick it in a bath of Coke.
Just for clarity, we'd never done that. So there you go. And but she's the scientist of the three of us.
If you've got time, if you just leave it in a bath of Coke, it will rot away.
See, I'd go to Helen if I needed literal, practical advice on how to do something, because she'd know the technical, scientific, educational answer.
Yeah.
You would.
Yeah.
If not, I'd Google it.
It's not on ChatGPT yet.
No.
Keep telling her, look at ChatGPT.
She's never going to do it.
I do, actually.
Do you?
Yes. I use it for work. Thank you. I use it to make silly pictures.
Okay. Well done. Well done for joining us. Definitely the more traditional of the three of us still.
So, yeah, I think, do you know what? I don't think there is an individuality between us in terms of we work really well as a three because we all bring something different to the friendship. So I would turn to both of you, and I can't even go, well, I'd only tell him for this, or I'd only turn to you for that, because yes, I know you're both honest with me. You're both
you
honest
just get
with
different
me.
answers.
Yeah,
so you can go with it.
yeah. So I think we're honest with each other. I think we know when we need cheering up and when we need to just be listened to, when we need a rant, when we need advice. Like, I think we're really good at just being there for each other and just accepting each other for our differences. Like, we all know we're so different, and we really, really are.
Yeah, on paper, you wouldn't put us together.
No.
I don't think, would you?
I don't think you put us together now.
Okay.
And I think that's where we've all evolved and changed so much. Like when we met, I think you totally would have put on paper, you'd put the three of us together.
Oh, yeah, because
three
like
single girls.
single.
Yeah,
Yeah.
three girls living and living and enjoying life. We love to dance. We love a glass of wine. We are living our best life on a dance floor after a few sherbets.
Yeah.
And I think we probably would still say that's the case now. We just don't go on.
I was going to say, I think there was a point in our friendship when we all met partners, and because we're all different, our partners were like even more of an extension of that difference. And I think it could have been very easy for our friendship to drift at that point.
And look, let's have an honest one. Our
absolutely.
friendships have drifted at points. And maybe that's wrong words, actually. I don't think our friendship has ever drifted.
No.
But we have drifted.
The dynamic has changed.
And kind of like contact levels and things for various reasons. I mean, you know, let's use current world example. I live across the other side of the world, but we still have contact. But you're right. We were all single. We then all kind of went into relationships with very different partners, and it could have split.
Yeah.
It didn't. Why do you not think that is? Like, what do you think the recipe is that's kept this going?
Choice. Like, it was for me, I remember.
Awkward, isn't it, Helen?
So rude.
I was going to go to something lovely like strong roots, and we've grown in different directions. You know that poem that people have at the wedding.
I choose you time and time again. It's like I choose because I want you guys in my life. And they're
Just for clarity, I was joking about you do know that, right?
Yes,
I
of
agree
course
with
I
you.
know
I
that.
think that's actually a brilliant answer.
Yeah, because there were times when I could have gone, oh, you know, shall I not go or whatever, because it was easier because I was newly in love and da 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 da. Da. And so it's a conscious choice to prioritize you and our friendship. And I think it's something I personally, and like we say, you have had 19 years on me, but it's not, it's a choice and it's something I will continue to choose because I love you both. So yeah.
Good answer.
It's a good answer, to be fair.
That's why
She
I
is good
talk
at
the
this.
most.
And because we can't get a word in each way.
You're so modest.
Okay, so here's one for you. What do we disagree on? Oh, look, she's bursting, like whether that's because she's got an answer or not. Helen, what do you think we disagree on? Either you and I, me and Jem, you and Jem. Anything?
Well, I'm sure there's loads of stuff.
Okay, what's the first thing that comes to mind? This is why I didn't give you the questions in advance. That's what you're thinking about.
No.
What do you think we just disagree on?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know if we disagree. We just live differently.
Yeah.
So it's not that I would think either of you are wrong in any of your choices. I just choose differently. So I don't know that I would use the term disagree because
That's fair.
I think our values are the same. Like fundamentally, that's why our friendship can and has ridden the differences and the changes and the, life. Our values are the same, but how we choose to show up in the world as individuals is different. Like I'm sure there are things I do that you two would go, oh, I wouldn't do that. And not because you disagree with me, but because you just choose to show up differently.
That's really fair, and I agree with that. That's
Like
a much
what?
better way of wording it.
I don't
Great
know.
question.
Like what? Like, oh, now you put me on the
I
spot.
know, right? It's hard, isn't it?
It is. So like what? Well, no, I don't want to say because it could be deemed
Cause
to be
an argument.
judgment. Yeah, well, yeah. Well, it could
No,
be
I mean,
deemed
what
to be
do you
judgment.
do that you think we would disagree
What do I do
with?
that I think you wouldn't do?
No, that we disagree with, not that we wouldn't do.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think you
She's
disagree. I
challenged the
think
word disagree, and I think she's
Yeah.
right too.
I don't think we disagree with each other. I think we just live differently.
And we do live differently.
Yeah.
The three of us live very different lives right
Yeah.
now. Like here, let's just talk about
Yeah.
current world. We all live very different lives, not just environmentally. I live in Dubai, you guys live in the UK. How we all live couldn't be on paper. You wouldn't put the three of us as friends now. I did, think about some of the things to ask you. I wrote down, do you think we'd be friends if we met today? Let's do this differently, actually.
No.
Do you think you and I would be friends if we
No.
met today? No.
We have
I love
absolutely nothing
love
in
the both.
common.
We would never be friends if we met today.
No.
Because just that's not actually we might do because I still like you. Like we're so but no, you please about that. I'm like no, but actually maybe we'd surprise each other. Maybe we would. But I think in reality, if you and I met today, well, I don't think we'd meet.
No, we wouldn't.
That's probably
There's
better
nothing in
for
our
you,
lives
isn't it?
that would ever.
No.
You don't have the things in common that would pull you together in the first instance.
Yeah. And I think that's the bit. I think if I did meet you, we probably would be friends, actually. I think even that, as I say it now out loud.
If we started chatting, we would.
Yeah, of course we would have.
Someone gave you a bottle of wine.
Bottle of wine, we'd be well away, right? Yeah. But actually, in reality, I don't think we'd ever find ourselves in a situation where we would meet.
Our lives would never cross.
No. Do you think yours would? And do you think you'd be friends?
Yes and yes.
Yeah.
Because I have common threads with both of you that would pull me into your world.
Yes.
So I think that's slightly different, that I do have crossovers with both of you, which is why we can, like, I'll have conversations with Helen that I wouldn't have with you and vice versa, because we have those common threads within our lives. So yes, I do.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? And I think now that we're saying that all out loud, I've often asked people in their own dynamics of relationship, do you think, if you met today, you'd be together, you'd be friends? But sitting here saying it with the two of you, I think the question more is, if you cross paths, do you think you'd have the same connection that you have? which actually is a much nicer question as well.
Yeah.
Because I think that comes back to your point around at the core of everything, our values are really similar.
Yeah.
I think, there's some core values that are really similar, even though we live differently, even though I think some of the things that we have that are important to us in our lives are slightly different, but that's because our lives are different. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But at the core of everything, I think if I were to
how we treat each other. Like that, when I think about values, I think about how we treat each other, how we talk to each other, how we value friendship. All of that is the same. So even though we live differently, the core of this is the same. That's what I would say.
Yeah.
I love that. There's a cheesy saying, people come into your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that you guys are, I don't think I'm ever going to get rid of you, is basically what I'm saying. Lifetime, right?
Afraid not.
But I wonder what the reason
You
was.
tried moving to Dubai.
I did. I tried everything. I have moved so many times and you two will not let go.
No.
You literally...
You tried Manchester. That wasn't far enough.
I was thinking about how you used to say, you used to literally show me your address book back in the days when we had address books. And you were like, I need an address book just for you, Shelley.
Oh, yeah.
Because I moved like 15 times in 15 years.
It was ridiculous.
Yeah, that says an awful lot more about me.
Do you
than
still have
anybody
an
else.
address book?
Yeah.
That's a great question. She probably does, yeah. You probably actually do, don't you?
Yeah.
Don't have Dubai address though, do you?
No, you've never
Don't-
given it to me.
so no point. Don't get posting Dubai. Okay, so what is you can both have a thinking moment.
Oh.
Okay.
big
Give me
one.
thinking
What
time.
is your
Big one.
best memory of our friendship? And it can be our friendship, your friendship. I'd like throw out some of the best memories.
I got mine. Go on. You keep quiet. Our girly holidays, sitting, having dinner, people watching, drinking wine. Days before mobile phones, we used to write down a list of what we'd have to Google when we got
We
home.
did, yeah. And I could do I tell people that story's often because you know what that always we used to come up with the most random questions because you'd be in a conversation, wouldn't you? Right, and you'd be like, "Well, I wonder why. Like, why is that the case?" So,
Why women have bent arms and
right, what
men
do you
have straight arms?
I
apparently.
remember you once saying, "How do you think deaf people wake up in the morning?" We had an entire conversation. I don't know if this is appropriate or not, but we had an entire conversation about like, do they have like things under their pillows, etc., etc. That went on the Google list. We used to literally write lists. We used to have napkins of lists.
Yeah.
Because that's how old we are. Before Google.
I've always had a phone, so.
Yeah. Have you? In the time that
Since
we've
I was
been
17, yeah, I had a
Oh,
phone.
really?
Yeah. Sorry, girls.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a great memory, and there are further memories within that. I almost want to say to you too, what's your favourite people watching moment? Like, what's the one that comes to mind now? Probably deaf people at the moment. I can remember a very interesting. Sorry, Jim, because I don't know.
Sorry?
You went. Did you come to Amsterdam with us? No, is that just you and I? Red light district, Amsterdam. Oh my God, we had a ball. We literally found the best viewing spot to watch
Across the river,
Yes.
sat in the pub
just
window.
put you on what we were watching. Okay, it wasn't us watching. Well, we did watch a few women in windows, but we were more interested in the males' behaviour and some female behaviour. Just watching. We just sat there all night watching people mill around the red light district.
So it's like an olden day goggle box.
Well, yeah.
You were watching
And it's
people
before
watching
I did
people.
the work I do, right? So, but I was already interested in people. We used to have so much fun doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jen, what's your favourite memory of our
Oh
friendship?
gosh, there's so many. There are so many, but seeing you on the post, like when you think
I
of
was
still
like, do I want
image.
to tell her that one's off limits or not?
No,
Sorry,
you weren't
Dad.
doing anything wrong. You were.
I mean, I'm not sure that's actually true. It was not my finest moment.
See, I would still do it today. So for
50,
me,
you
there's
know,
no
we
You haven't actually
judgment.
said what it was.
On the podium in Chicago, I was dancing up on the podium, living
So
her best
backstory-
life. We'd been to crazy golf.
backstory, though, because
the
that
day.
it wasn't a work night. I just want to be really clear. I wasn't like
it was a
earning a bit
Saturday
of cash on the podium in Chicago.
We'd been out
should
to
have
crazy
done that.
golf
I probably
at
would have, to be
Southend,
fair.
all of us in the day with our mutual friend
Yeah.
for her
Oh,
birthday.
was it her birthday? Yeah.
We'd
that
all then
day.
gone our own separate ways.
Yeah, we'd had a full day out, hadn't we?
Yeah.
And then we all came back and went off
All
because
that-
everyone had plans.
Yeah. And then I went into town in the evening, and you and I was in Chicago's, and I looked up at the podium, and who was up there? Strutting her stuff, living her best life, but Shelley.
Yeah.
So that's a real image in my mind, but also Benidorm.
Oh,
My eyes, my eyes.
Yeah,
So,
forever
yeah.
PTSD.
Was that our first holiday abroad, the three of us?
Was 4 of us, but yeah.
Yeah, well,
Should have
again,
been 5 of
mutual
us.
friends. Should have been 5. But I think it just comes back to that piece around how do we keep this?
Why did we stay?
Why did we stay and others had dropped off? That's I think that's where that's what
choice.
yeah.
Priorities. And it's okay for people to make new priorities. Like, I don't think that that's a bad thing. It's just, some people have different priorities. Their life evolves and they choose to prioritize other things. We have consistently chosen to prioritize this.
Yeah. I mean, she's good, isn't she? Probably should have brought her on before now to talk about her.
Well, I have been waiting.
Awkward. There we are again.
As you say, it's me many times. I just keep turning it down.
Okay. So, right, I have quick fire.
Right.
Oh, we like mallet.
Right, that is such a bit of a memory of you. Right, so quick fire questions. I'm going to get you, but you can both go.
Right. Okay.
Okay. So, who takes longest to reply to a WhatsApp?
Me.
Definitely my view. Oh, Gemma's
Yeah.
like,
It depends. You'd either get an instant reply from me or one in about 2 weeks.
yeah.
But generally, it's Helen.
Yeah. You just have to go and check. Did she even read it? Like,
Yeah.
is she just not interested? Who gives the best advice?
Me.
Shelley.
Oh, were you an option?
Obviously.
Oh, sorry.
It depends what.
I mean, I
on where?
have written down as well, who thinks they give the best advice?
I thought it was between us two. Obviously, I was.
all of us.
Right, okay, sorry.
You
Do
don't
it
have to
again.
pan to my knees.
Well, it depends on the. I mean,
Okay,
let's
so
be
who
honest.
gives
We
the
both
best
get
advice on
paid
what
for giving
things?
advice.
Yeah, well, no,
So-
we don't. I don't give advice.
Oh, okay. What's the I would say I do? So me then.
I rest my case. Who
Right,
thinks
so
they give the
Helen.
best advice?
Who's the most modest?
Who's the most modest? Who gives the okay? Let's answer. I think you're right about who gives the best advice is dependent on what. Who gives the best advice on relationships? This is really awkward, Helen.
You better say me. Seriously?
No. Just because that's your job. You're also too close to me, I think, sometimes.
Fair enough.
Not too close to me.
She's doing well to dig out this one, isn't she?
I know.
Too
She is.
close to
Go on. Make
yeah,
it work.
my situations.
I think it's hard to give advice on relationships in this relationship
Yeah.
because we are too close.
Yeah.
So I don't think any of us actually give good advice when it comes to relationships. I don't.
We're too
because we're
biased.
so protective of each other.
We're too biased.
And it's like, I mean, I remember a previous relationship breaking down and people sharing, and not just you, okay, you
Yeah,
both
yeah.
did, but people then share their views. And you know, like any relationship, you go through that bit of, okay, that's great, but that's not helping me right now. I need you to feel,
Yeah, yeah.
feel for me. And yeah, I want, you know, I'm allowed to say how much of an asshole he is.
Yeah,
You're
yeah, yeah.
not.
No.
And what if I change my mind, etc. You know, you've got to
Yeah.
be really careful with all that.
Yeah,
haven't
yeah.
you? We've all been
Yeah,
in that
yeah.
situation for each other many, many
100%.
times.
100%.
So this is not where I lead to any concerns about downstairs. We're all good.
yeah.
Who's most likely to start a drama? Interesting. Yeah, I thought fingers would come pointing at me. I don't want them to. They wouldn't go near you at all. So you think, Jem, let's go. Elaborate.
I told you this is the Get On Gem podcast.
Well, why do you think me?
I think you because you're feistier.
What? Than you?
I wouldn't describe myself as feisty. Am I?
Have you met you?
Yeah. Am I? This is a revelation. No, I would absolutely not say I am feisty.
I don't
Honestly.
know whether feisty is the right word.
You should
Shelley's
have
more
drama.
feisty.
Yeah.
You like a bit of drama.
I like a bit of fun.
Fun
What's
drama.
the different? I guess in my interpretation of the word drama is like conflict, arguments, that kind of thing.
Okay. Right.
So maybe it's
Okay.
the definition of the word drama. If it's like drama, then yeah, maybe fine. But if it's like conflict drama, then I would say Shelley.
I'm thinking Shelley in a restaurant. Conflict
Yeah.
drama.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're gonna tell that.
Conflict.
You're gonna tell that waitress.
I'm going to give them feedback. You're
Yeah.
not wrong.
Yeah, that's how you describe it. We call it drama.
That is true.
Yeah.
Just so, do you want me to let you know in future when I'm giving you feedback versus when I want to start
Not us,
drama?
the waitresses.
Oh no, but yeah. Okay, whenever.
No, it's fine.
All right, okay.
It's fine. We know it's
What
coming.
song do you think of when you think of Gemma? What song do you think of when you think of Helen?
Oh, I don't know. A song.
Oh,
I'm rubbish with songs.
Are
I'm
you?
rubbish with songs, yeah.
No.
If they're playing, I can sing along to them, but I can't
Yeah.
tell you who sang it.
Right. So, what song do you think I think of for you both?
The first song that's coming to my head is Dancing Queen, and I don't know why.
Wow. What song do you think of? I think of I Kissed a Girl
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
and Buttercup. What's that one?
Build Me Up, Buttercup.
You do love a bit of Build Me Up Buttercup. You know? Yeah. And like those songs come on. Oh my God. You're the first people I came off. Yeah.
Oh, the Shoop Shoop song.
There you go.
For Shelley.
Yeah.
Yeah, she did it in the talent show at school. It was that's
Yeah,
cute.
yeah,
If only I could remember what you were dancing to on that podium.
If only I could too. I don't think any of us want to. Who's changed the most? Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I don't. Not like so back from when we first met.
Yeah. Let me ask you differently then. It's
fundamentally any of us have.
Do you
know?
No. Gosh, I think we
I
have.
think we've all evolved together, but who's
Maybe.
changed the most? Well, again, it depends on how, like, you.
Like you, work-wise.
Yeah, you're living in Dubai.
Where you're living.
Self-employed, like. But in terms of our fundamental personalities.
Why? Who do you think? I think Gemma's changed the most.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why? How?
I think that she has calmed down the most.
Can you imagine?
Yeah. Do you remember you at 30? Oh, you weren't 30 then. Yeah, I do.
I know I'm like now, so. What was I like then?
I think that you have calmed the most and you are the most, in terms of where you're at now, you're the most comfortable you've been since I've known you.
Yeah, I would agree.
I would agree with that, yeah.
It was performative.
I'm basically saying I think you've finally grown up.
Oh, thanks, babe.
I do. I think
you're
all
comfortable, more comfortable with who I am. And less, like I say, I think before it was performative. It was like me type showing off, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, how am I going to get people to like me?
Yeah.
Well, it worked. We like you.
Yeah, it did. It did work. And we still like you. Love you, even. Describe Gemma in one word.
Oh.
Don't overthink it.
There's so many words.
Okay, you can have 3.
That's harder now. Just going to find that even harder. Loyal, loud, loving.
I knew we going to her where you get 3. To go for alliteration. I was like, every part of her, we like, I've got to get a third one. Let's go into the Got
I wanted to do an acrostic poem about the name, but I held back.
Describe Helen in 3 words.
Calm, natural, as in like nature, natural, and for calm, natural, and gorgeous.
Yeah, she's recycling soft plastic now.
I am. So annoying. Honestly,
She's actually converted you.
yes, and I
She
hate
wouldn't
it
cope at
such.
all if she saw what went on in
Honestly,
our
it's
house,
such
honestly.
a faff. I
To
would.
be fair, I
didn't nag you.
You just did that.
I know, but you planted the seed. You planted the seed, and then every time I was throwing the soft plastics in the rubbish, I felt
She
mad.
felt bad. This is really like the difference between us. You are like our little Miss Eco.
Eco warrior, isn't she?
But I mean, not an eco. I wouldn't call you an eco. Well, maybe you are a bit of an eco warrior, to be fair.
She is.
But you do make us feel bad about nothing.
Yeah, I've got hairy
Sometimes.
armpits and everything.
You have not got hairy armpits. You would not be my friend if you had hairy armpits. Really? Yes, just be really clear. Yeah, no.
Oh,
No.
that's harsh.
I draw the line
on
there.
season.
Right? Okay, right.
about you?
I mean, there you go.
Let's
Describe
Shelley in 3
You
words.
can describe me. I was going to like skim over that.
No. Let's describe
3
Shelley.
best words for me.
Best words. Oh, we have to have the best words.
Smart podcast.
Got a lot of the shit words.
It's my birthday.
I know. Don't think we'll get away with us not singing. We'll see you out on a singing of Happy Birthday.
Absolutely.
Classy. Wait until you get to know
Rude.
her. Well, you.
That's harsh. She's classy.
No, she's classy. She's absolutely.
She does have
classy.
moments.
Sophisticated, classy.
They're both doing the
Conscientious.
same thing.
Yeah, no, that's like one word.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Conscientious.
Conscientious.
That sounds boring. Are you telling me I'm boring?
No. I'm saying you think carefully about your choices.
Emotional.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I think that's a good one.
Not like crazy emotional.
Feel things.
Yeah.
Do feel things, you're right.
Yeah.
But you do it consciously. Conscientiously. What did I say? What was the word I said? Conscientiously.
Conscientiously.
Yeah, conscientiously emotional.
No, that makes it sound weird.
Yeah, that
Okay.
does make me sound weird.
Emotional and conscientious.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure how I feel about the emotional word. I get where it's coming from, but we're back
And
to like,
hot.
yeah, I feel it right now.
No. As in, damn.
Damn.
Damn. That girl's got a peachy bum.
She has not really.
a bum. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
The lovely
You two.
Yeah, you've got a
Do
lovely
you
bum.
tell each other, when you like seem
We've
to be
talked about your bum all the time. Well, not all the time.
No.
Well, we have
No.
talked about your bum.
We talk about other stuff.
Yeah.
All right, rude. We're not going there.
We talk about how emotional you are.
Just because you're not.
She's emotionally retarded. You're emotional. And I'm not anymore.
In the middle.
Well, yeah, I mean, not being funny, but you'll cry at anything.
Right.
That is true, right?
Yeah, but anything that's not to do with me.
That is true. Yeah.
Right.
So I could probably make you cry now if I tried hard enough.
Yeah.
It wouldn't actually take much to
No.
try hard. I could play a piece of music.
Yeah.
Or like a good
Maybe watch an
advert.
advert. Yeah. Happy or sad.
Yeah.
There's been a couple of times your eyes have glistened while we've been doing this, and I'm like, here she goes. We need to speak. Do I pull back? Do
And I've got a bloody great fan blown in my face.
It's needed. Don't complain.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong, I'm liking it.
Bless you. All right. Okay. So we've established that I'm classy,
Yeah.
conscientiously emotional, and
And hot with a peachy bum.
I've got a peachy bum. That is not where I thought this was
You're
gonna go
women.
at all. Okay. But in the spirit of, let's try and do one bit that's in the spirit of the She is Courageous podcast.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Oh, you're courageous.
Do you think I'm courageous?
Yeah.
Oh, now that's nice. And
Oh, and sorry, there's loads here. And you never give up.
Yeah, we should have said courageous,
Persevering.
really, shouldn't we?
Should have done. I
Yeah.
forgot that.
I know.
All right,
Sorry.
okay.
Sorry,
well, I was
Shelley.
going to say, what do you think is the most courageous thing that each of us have done?
Oh, starting up your own business, going back out to Dubai.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yes, especially the return. It was
Yeah.
brave in the first place, but to go back
Yeah.
took huge amounts of courage.
Yeah. Leaving the corporate world.
Yeah. Being friends with us,
But
marrying Guy.
Say it.
No, not
I'm joking.
marrying Guy.
I'm
Falling in
joking.
love with Guy.
Yeah. Yes, very true. Actually, yes. Beautiful distraction.
Yes.
Definitely courageous.
Your rebound.
He was my rebound.
Yeah.
Right.
Over mulled wine. Yeah, you've done so many courageous acts. Like, it's hard to count them all.
Thank you.
Well, I can. We just said.
There's more.
Okay, so usually when I have guests on the podcast, I ask them to give one piece of advice to
Oh, what
the
about
listeners.
us? What's the
Well,
courageous thing
okay.
we've done?
Well, what is the courageous thing you've done?
What you got to
I
say?
don't know.
Oh.
What's she done that's courageous? Oh,
Helen has done so much. Helen's the adrenaline courageous.
yeah.
Like if I wanted to send her out now and I don't gotta think of something, you would be the first to go and do something that is an adrenaline junkie type thing, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Whereas I wouldn't. I don't have that courage. Or
Yeah.
bravery.
Uh,
Go on.
And what I was going to say, choosing to be a single parent.
Well, I think you've both been courageous to do that.
Mm.
Courageous, stupid. I mean, you know, you have to get whatever you want.
I would say Helen was more courageous in that because you led the way. And it's absolutely not an
Oh.
easy thing to do. And you do it incredibly well. And with, you do. You do. You do.
No, there's a
Oh,
reason why my children aren't coming today.
I love them. But yeah, I would say that choice was incredibly courageous.
I think that both of you have been really courageous in the decisions you've made in the last few years for your lives, for your kids, for your happiness. And I've obviously chosen a very different path in life. And I think that comes back to that bit around our lives are very, very different. And you are different characters. And yet you've been through similar scenarios, similar but so different. And you've both been really courageous in that. And I've, watched you both in awe. And I know that's brought you closer together at some points over the last few years. But yeah, I think, credits to both of you for that.
Oh, we're so clever, aren't we?
So, right, let's wrap it up with what would be your piece of advice to people listening on maintaining friendships like this? Not life generally, just like
Yeah.
what would you say to anyone listening who's got some, some friends, but maybe they're going through a challenging time, but what would be your piece of advice around how you maintain friendships of this quality?
Well, they've got to be the quality to start with, haven't they? And they've got to be worth fighting for.
See, we're nearly getting out, Jem. If we keep going, we could get...
Apparently you won't get me. I'm dead inside.
That's not true. That's not true.
I was just supposed to practice in the last few years. I agree.
What would your...
my advice would be, it comes back to that choice thing and priorities, and think carefully about what you want in your life and choose the people that add value, like add joy and make you feel good and are that safe space to fall. So there's a brilliant saying that's like, the work gets the best of us and our loved ones gets the rest of us. And I think that's something to really think about. That if you have people who are safe and bring joy and have all the things, then prioritize them, like make the time for them, even if it's a phone call, a text message, whatever. It doesn't have to be trips to Dubai or Benidorm or Amsterdam or Athens.
Trip later.
It's just because there are times when that's not possible. An actual physical time that, depending on where you are in different stages of your lives, etc. Like we've talked about, when the kids were young, they take up huge amounts of your time and you don't have spare time and your kids are your absolute priority. And so, but that doesn't mean you can't have a phone call, send a WhatsApp message, like just keep them in mind, I guess, would be my advice.
Do you know what mine would be? Because, we've almost made out here that we've got this perfect friendship. It's all about choice and our values are aligned. I'm not saying we haven't got the perfect friendship. I mean, clearly we have, right? But we haven't. And there's undoubtedly been times over the last 20, 30 years where we've wound each other up, where our lives have been so different, where we've thought, speaking for all of us, that you have chosen the wrong priority because, we think about ourselves in these things too.
Yeah.
But I think it's just asking yourself, do they make me smile more than they wind me up? Because there was that time, like when you guys had children and I didn't have children, your lives were in such a different space. And I totally acknowledge that. But I remember going through a time thinking, maybe I don't fit here anymore. And I probably didn't at that moment in time. And that, again, is another one of those examples where it would have been potentially easy to kind of step away.
You did an amazing job staying in contact with us.
I'm amazing. We've already established
when
that.
the kids were little, I think.
But that's the bit, right? You asked us, I asked myself when it comes to you guys and with people in my life, and that would be my kind of round off of the podcast, that if they make you smile more than they don't, then they're worth holding on to. But everyone has to make the effort.
Yeah.
And that was my time to make the effort.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
And with that, okay, she's not done. No.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Shelley. Happy birthday to you.
Can we give her the button? And I will simply say thank you so much for listening. Thank you for joining me on my podcast. I am incredibly grateful to you both. I will see you next time on the She is Courageous podcast.